What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear or favor, and where we encourage you to seek after knowledge. Is very important. The knowledge of factual truth, which includes the knowledge of yourself, the knowledge of you. It's very important for you to know yourself, for you to know you. The reason why you worship the God, or people worship the God they have not seen or can see, apart from forcing them to embrace it, is because they're ignorant of themselves. They're ignorant of who they are. They don't know themselves. When you don't know yourself, you can believe whatever anybody says about you. When you don't know yourself, you don't know your history. When you don't know yourself, you can't live your life. You're not living your life. Because you don't know yourself. You're living according to what is written, or according to what is being preached, or according to what has been, accepted by many as way of life or way of living. So you need to know yourself. You need to know you. It's when you know yourself, you live yourself. It's when you know you, you live you. Very important. Slaves are not living themselves. They don't know themselves. So I titled this, The Knowledge of You-self. The knowledge of yourself, the knowledge of who you are is very important as a person. Before we talk about as a people, if you say you believe in freedom, or you want freedom for your people, it must start with you. Are you free yourself? If you have belief system, you are not free. You are still living in bondage. Whether you call it African belief system or foreign belief system, belief is belief. Whether you call it African tradition or foreign religion, it's the same bullshit. Belief is belief, okay? Illusion is illusion. It doesn't matter where you find it. It's illusion. Illusion is people made up things in their mind and say that is the truth. Why they cannot prove it? Why they cannot even, it is not for all. Truth is for all. Okay, so the knowledge of self, and when I'm talking about the knowledge of self or the knowledge of yourself, it's in twofold. I partially mentioned it in the last video I made about the everlasting change. I hope you go through that video. It's very powerful. It will help you a lot, as it helped me. Now, the knowledge of self is in twofold. First, when you're talking about knowledge of self, you're talking about the knowledge of your history. You are through history. Many Africans, many black people, they don't know their true history. They know the history written by white men. They know the history handed down to them by white men or by their enslaved ancestors or colonized ancestors. That is the history they know, but that is not our true history. That is not our true African history. Our true African history will teach you that we are the original people. Let me not use the word first yet, but when you're talking about the original people, people that first occupied the land, is our ancestors. And they did not just occupy the land, they developed the land. They are the first to invent anything you are enjoying today in life. It's not white people, but many ignorant Africans still believe it is white people that gave them civilization, gave them education, gave them mathematics, gave them technology, gave them science. No. Everything white is imitation. I will keep saying that. Everything white is imitation. Just as you know, when you come to think, the original thing is thick. But when you see the imitation one, it's not that thick as that one. You see the color is different. It's not like the original one. Because it's imitation. Darkness is thick. Truth is thick. Okay? So you have to know your true history. You don't even know who reincarnated you. You thought you just came, this is your first time of being here. You're supposed to know that. Many of you lack that knowledge. And it's Christianity, especially you African Christians. Christianity robbed you that knowledge. But they gave you DNA test. Where did they copy DNA test from? It's from African practice that is called reincarnation. You have been, that's why they call you human being. You have been in existence before you were born. Oh man. You are not a creature. You are not created by any God. Say God created, you say let us make man in our own image. Fuck that God. That God cannot make anything. Paper God cannot make human being like me. Invisible God cannot make human being like me. It takes visible God and visible goddess to make me. Invisible God cannot make someone like me. Look at me. Do I look as weakling to you? I'm visible. I am real. You can feel me. You can hear me. You can touch me because I'm real. I was not made by any imaginary being or imaginary God. Imaginary spin being, invisible spin being. No, I was not created by any God. I was born by a God and a goddess. And that is the factual truth you cannot deny, because your life is evidence of what I'm saying. Weren't you born by a God and a goddess, a man and a woman, a male and a female? Penis and vagina. That's how you came into existence. It's not any God that created you. Your parents gave birth to you. That is how you came into existence. Is that too hard for you to still understand? I hate religion because they rob us this knowledge and gave us the illusion. They gave us the false belief that there is a God that created us. And some of you still making that argument. If there is a creation, there must be a creator. Who told you about creation? And who told you about creator? Human being. No God has shown up and tell you, I am the creator of this creation. Who told you that the heaven and earth were created in the first place? The house you are living in, that house has been in existence before you were born. Who created that house since you believe in creation? You say built. Everything is built. Everything is built. You say, who built the heaven and earth? Our ancestors. Will you accept that? Think. Know yourself. Know your history. Know your origin. That's why last month I was in Biafra land. I went to 2 native doctors to know who reincarnated me, to know who I am. And I knew. My 4 forefathers, that's me. That's the one that gave birth to the father of my father. I mean, the one that gave birth to the father of my father. That's his name was Mweke. Mweke gave birth to Ezangwe. Ezangwe gave birth to Shadrach. Then Shadrach gave birth to Peter. And Peter gave birth to me. So in tradition, my father will be calling me Nam. Like I am the one that gave birth to, his father reincarnated. I am his father. Africans. If you say you don't believe in reincarnation, good. You don't need to believe it. You need to know about it. But how about DNA tests? Where did they get DNA tests from? You have to know yourself. Know your history. White people did not give you any good thing. Everything that white people gave to us or give to us is for them to control us. They put it there for our control, not for our freedom, not for our prosperity. No. You say it's not true. Okay, See how try to travel to their land. You think they love you. They care about you. You believe, you say there is only one human race. All right? Bullshit. Try to go to their land. You know what you will go through to go there. Try. Even for you to go to their heaven as you are, they say, no, you cannot come as you are. You have to be transformed. You have to become white as snow. You have to become like them. You see our people bleaching themselves. White is good, black is bad. So I want to be white. I want to appear better. No. Knowledge of self. You have to know you are through history, Africans. When you know you are through history, no white man can withstand you. They don't want you to know you are through history. That's why they want to keep you ignorant. They give you faith. They give you belief. No, our ancestors weren't living by faith and belief until the foreigners begin to teach them, tell them about there is a being, okay. Those who invaded, they corrupt their system. It was African, what you call African spirituality today was known as African science, African knowledge. They knew it. They saw it, not maybe somebody told them. And they interacted with them. That's why you see why people say that it were aliens that built the Great Pyramids. They say it were aliens. That were spirits. That's who we are. We are spirits. We are not creatures. We are spirits. We are not spiritual. We are spirits. You got to know the difference. I am what I am. I am not trying to be what I am. I am already what I am. When you're talking about spirit, you are a spiritual being. You are trying to do something to be who you are, which is who you are already. That's why it's confusion. You are spirit just as you are. Spirit is not invisible. Period. It is you that interpret it, say, oh, it's invisible. Who said that? Even your Bible proved me right. He said when they saw Jesus in Luke chapter 24, verse 36 to 43, they supposed he was a spirit. He said, no, I'm not a spirit. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. And see, I am the one. So the knowledge of self, rooted in your history, you need to know who you are. Know your true African history and know who reincarnated you. Do you hear what I said? Know who you have been. You are human being. You are not human being. You are human being. You continue living. You cannot die. We don't die. We transform. We change. Still living as we ought to live as human beings in this universe. In this universe we live, we move, we have our being, we have our origin. We die, they bury us there, we come back to life. Death is not the end. Death is a door that takes you to the next level of life. Death and life is the same thing. They are not bad. Death is not bad. Life is not bad. Death is not evil. Life is not evil. Life is good. Death is good. Wish me life and death. I don't need your wish. I live it. I live to die. I die to live. The second part of knowledge of self is knowledge of your nature. As a human being, you have your individual nature. Our people say, Onye na chie. You are to live according to your nature. If you are living against your nature, you will be suffering. And you see why many people are suffering. They are living opposite their nature. Some of you, your nature is to make money quick. I mean, make things quick. Your nature, some of you, your nature is to make it slow. You have to know how things work for you. The knowledge of your nature. I have found that personally, that if I engage in making things because others are making it, I will succeed, but I will end in trouble. So I cut off competition. I cut off comparison. I cut off covetousness. I am living my life. All my life, I never have financial problem unless when I begin to compete or compare myself with other people. But if I maintain my lane, even if I have a dime, that dime is enough for me. I will still be happy wherever I am. And the things that happened around me, even the negative ones, they were preparing me for my nature, showing me this is who you are. You have to learn from your experience. When they tell you experience is the best teacher, you're supposed to understand it is when you learn from your experience. If you don't learn from your experience, it's not teaching you anything. You are not learning anything. Begin to think about your life, how you have been living your life, how things have been working out for you. It will teach that if you lack this knowledge, you will be going for somebody to tell you. When I went to native doctors, when they're saying, I say, listen, I know whatever you're saying, I know all these things, but I come just to fulfill all tradition so that I have that experience, so that somebody will not come tomorrow and telling me bullshit about African spirituality, that I know it and I practice it. And all that. I tell them, listen, all this blood we are pouring to our ancestors, we don't know, gin. Let them drink water. Why are you telling me to buy gin to appease my ancestors? What of water? Water is better than gin. Water is better. So if I am the one now living as my fourth ancestor or my fourth forefather, then I'm supposed to fix things. That is the problem we're having among us as a people. We don't know how to develop what we inherited. We don't know how to fix what we have. We are waiting for someone to come and fix it for us. And that's why people keep coming. Okay, I will fix it for you. They give you something that will never work for you. They cannot solve your problem because they cannot understand your problem. You are the one that can understand your problem. Know how your nature works. A fish cannot live on the land. A fish cannot brag, say, no, I am matured now, let me go and live on the land with like dog. It can never work. And the dog cannot say, no, my nature is to live in water now. You cannot change nature. That's why homosexuality is evil. It's against nature. A man sleeping with another man is against nature. A woman sleeping with another woman is against nature. I mean, you say you want to have it as sex. There is no sex. Vagina cannot enter vagina and penis cannot enter penis. What makes it sex is when the penis enter vagina. When vagina accepts penis, that is sex. If you're talking about marriage, maybe using it, that's different. Marriage is man-made. Marriage is business. Some of you that are against gay marriage, time will come when you will travel abroad. The only option you have is to marry your same sex to get paper. You will do it, but you will not tell your people. Bullshit. I tell you, all those things you are resisting, you will do it when you are praying. When you find I don't want to go to jail, I don't want to go back to Africa. Let me just do it to live. Know your nature. Know how things work with you. Some of you, it is where you find yourself in a small place that you make it. Not when you find yourself in the crowd. So know yourself. Some of you need only few people to be with you, or some of you need many people to be with you. And when you speak, it will work. It is not called for competition. It is called for compliment. You have to know who you are and embrace it and live it. Stop living other people's life. That's why you don't need to listen to any pastor or any minister telling you about their vision, about their revelation, about their dream, telling you the Lord said. That's bullshit. The Lord said to them, not to you. So leave you. You don't need any God to speak. And that's why they want you to meditate, basing your meditation on what is written in a book. You don't need such meditation. Meditation that is based on any written thing will deceive you and destroy you. You begin to read yourself into it and begin to imagine it. You see, people see you from your face. They say, why are you like this? You say, I'm in the spirit. No, you are not. You cannot be in the spirit. You are in the flesh. You are in the universe. And the knowledge in this universe is infinite. That's why you dream. That's why you have vision. That's why you have revelations. It has nothing to do with any God. It is part of your being. Come on. Wake up, my people. They have deceived you enough, and you are even paying them for deceiving you. You are giving them your hard-earned money, giving them your precious time, wasting your life with their lies. You were there, you praying. Oh God, that God that did it or we didn't. No, know your own nature. In other words, know your own God. They stole it and they tell you that people that do know their God, people that do know their nature, African nature can see the future. African nature can see whether you have lived before or not. It is called science. They don't want you to know yourself. They want you to know the God they wrote in a book. And they tell you that God is in heaven. Fuck that God and live your life. The knowledge of self, the knowledge of yourself, as I said, is in twofold. The first fold is knowing your true African history, and the second fold is knowing your true nature. You are not like someone else. You are yourself. Know how things work for you. There are people, when they speak things, they will not be in trouble, and there are people, when they speak, they will be in trouble. So they're supposed to know when to speak and where to speak. I am one of the people I can speak anywhere and the bad thing will not happen to me. And some people copy it and go the same place, speak, they get arrested or they get stoned. You're supposed to know yourself. Know what works for you and stick with it. Stick with your true history and stick with your true nature, and you will see how good life is. This life is sweet. Don't make it bitter by faith or by fear. Live your life. No more and trash faith. No more about you. No more about yourself, and you will live better. Peace.